Right. Well, let's get right into it. I sort of did the entire scene to myself, and it runs about 14 minutes, which is fine. Um, about a little over four for the first bit, and around 10 for the murderers scene. So I think it's fine. We're going to do the whole thing. A couple of technical things let's work out. Actually, I was impressed with how well everyone is just improvising the technical stuff before. So it's basically what we're doing anyway. But when we get to the end of Clarence's dream scene, uh, both he and I will just click off after the keeper says, "I will, my lord, God give your grace good rest." And both Peter and I will click off. And just give it a couple of counts, you two, and then the murderers, and then you guys both come on together. Or,
And we're just starting where we have been starting,
yes,
right?
and start where you have been starting. We're not going to try to do
Okay.
Brackenbury at all.
Okay.
So start with
What? Shall I stab him in?
what shall I stab him as he sleeps? And when you do come on, just make sure you're both on for a second, so that there's just a tiny moment where, but before you, I'm never quite sure which it is.
It's me. It's a second.
You, of course it is. Yeah, it's a second murder. Of course, it's some second murder sounding line. Just, give yourself a moment, a beat or two to act it. Like,
Yeah.
So here we are in the cell. What do I do now? Thanks, darling.
Yeah.
Great. What was the other one? Oh, the knife thing. I thought, Aubrey, you worked that quite well. Both you and Peter improvised it quite well the other day. Do you have a knife or something that looks more daggerish than kitchenish?
I definitely have like at least a little knife. I can, like a knife looking
A
thing.
letter opener thing, but yeah, just it was great. Just bringing it through the screen a few times,
Right.
and Peter, just react to it as you did.
My famous death scene.
Yet another death scene. I did the Fantastics last year, and I played Henry, the old actor, of course, and then he has this companion who does nothing but die. All he does
Die
is
again,
death.
Mortimer, die again.
Die again. That's it, Mortimer. I have a friend I've worked with many times. Peter, we should all do a show together because he did exuberant death scenes, I must say. Anyway, yes. So Peter will do his famous death scene and click off, just as you have been doing.
Death scene should probably only take 3 or 4 minutes.
The death scene.
Yeah.
Well, no, I folded that into my timing, so yeah.
The bottom. Reincarnate.
Yes.
And then that. Yeah, I think you can. Unfortunately, Peter, you can be off screen, but you can continue to die, because I know you'll need it for your actorly thing. After the stabs, so that
Yeah.
all this will not do, I'll drown you within the momsy, but within is just Aubrey and Daniel's still there.
Yeah.
You click off Aubrey. Daniel's got the screen to himself, and then Aubrey, you come back on with "What the fuck?"
Direct quote. Yes.
That's actually what Shakespeare was trying to say. And at the very end,
Jeffrey Wade adaptation.
yeah,
Yes.
I'm going to rewrite it, make it more relevant to the people who are listening.
Over my very, very long dying body.
It would give him a heart attack.
And Daniel, exit where it says on
Yeah.
at the end. So you click off, and then we are left with Aubrey to take us on home with
So
her.
that last bit,
Yes.
and maybe this also applies to Daniel when he's alone on stage. Do you prefer like direct address into the camera or not? What do you think?
I prefer directly into the camera.
Okay, great.
Yes, I prefer directly into the camera.
Awesome.
And I don't know how well you all are doing with memorization. I haven't noticed a lot of problems so far. I haven't taken any notes on it, but either you guys have very good command of it, or you've figured out how to do that thing of getting your script very near your camera, which is all on the screen, which is terrific. So that seems to be working well. I'll try to watch it a little more carefully this time, but it seems to be in good shape. But you're always better off just dealing with the camera. You can look around, if the feeling is you're sort of checking out the room, but because we're never quite sure where people are on screen in relation to each other, it doesn't seem to work well. Even with a two-hander, unfortunately, trying to look at somebody. So keep it to the camera. It's just 14 minutes of close-ups, which is really wonderfully effective. We get your eyes, and we get a lot. So the staging on-off night and the sleep transition, we settle the eye takes. What does that mean? I don't know. I was going to, I'll tell you what I have in mind for today, which is to go through it once, the whole thing every time. Go through it once. Again, as deliberately as you would like, taking the luxury of thinking through transitions and so on, always with the idea then that leads you to a different, perhaps louder, perhaps more intense energy, right? All that stuff we've talked about. But feel free to be a bit indulgent this first time through. Also, just once again, to refamiliarize ourselves with the technicalities and the script itself. The next time through, I'm going to urge you to really kind of push yourselves along. I'll give the same lecture that we've all heard many times every time we do a rehearsal like this, but we're looking for quickness, not pure speed. We're not trying to race through. We're just trying to compress the thinking that you all already have really wonderfully, and trust that the audience will follow you. A, they always do. B, this is not complicated stuff. So it's not that kind of knotty, late Shakespeare stuff where they're very complex thoughts, where we're more tempted than ever to try to guide the audience through. You simply do not need to do that. So we'll really try to move through it that second time without, you're still transitioning. You can take a pause here and there, but you're going to have to earn them. I'm giving this talk sort of out of habit because you guys are really doing a terrific job already. So this is not scoldy or anything. This is just to move on to the next phase of this. So two more things. I wanted to ask, A, if you guys have any questions before we start, and B, if Gideon wanted to say anything. So why don't you guys start? Maybe you'll have a question for Gideon. Is there anything in particular that came up over the last week doing your many at-home rehearsals that you did, or has just occurred to you, or anything? Anything? Nope.
I mean, I think I'm still thinking about why I don't stab him sooner, but that's something that I'm thinking about. It doesn't have to be a group, I mean, I could just end this whole philosophizing debate, and I don't. So I think that's interesting. And
I think that's very interesting. I think it's very interesting that it takes so long.
Yeah.
I think, it's fun to talk about it. Why else do these things? The two murderers may be psychologically two sides of one person. Perhaps this is the good angel, bad angel dichotomy made flesh, right?
Called a psychomachia or psychomachy.
wow.
It's a battle within the psyche between the good angel and the bad angel.
Mhm.
or in Othello between Desdemona and Iago for the soul of Othello. But I would add to that they're all living in a Christian context, and murder is a very extreme thing. You have to overcome something in the self in a Christian world, or in any world really, to murder somebody. You have to, just like dissecting in a lab a corpse for the first year of a medical student. You have to overcome some resistance in the self in order to do it, even though it's all for a good purpose and legit. So it's hard to kill somebody. It's hard to make yourself do it. And that reinforces this idea of these two ways that a murderer might react to actually facing his victim.
Yeah.
Hesitation and let's just get this over with.
Which also tells me that, like, again, if that's true, then this might also be my first time too. So I don't know. I just think this it's an interesting thing. Like, we were hired because you know, like, it seems like maybe neither of us have killed anybody before. Like, is there a desperation of, like, the money obviously is a big thing, but that hesitation of, like, I'm not sure and like arguing with Clarence about, like, no, you did wrong, so it's okay for me to kill you.
Right. And
Exactly.
at the very end,
Convincing
you
myself.
end up running away. You're going to get your money and you're going to skedaddle.
Yeah.
So there's an awareness that there's consequences.
It's true. It's excellent. Yeah, you're not becoming a professional murderer as a result of this.
No, I don't think so.
And it's been tough. I find it, as I was going through it myself, it's fun, interesting to actually to read the whole scene, and it's like doing a book on tape. You know, you got to make everybody different. But this exchange that starts around, it starts with Clarence when he talks about it really starts with what we do upon command, and he hath commanded it is our king. End of argument. Then Clarence takes it to the next level. He says, well, actually the King of Kings does not allow this. And you all go into this kind of theological discussion, which interestingly, this is one of the parts where as I was reading it, I realized this really moves through quite quickly. But one of the things they talk about is how Clarence received the sacrament to fight. So soldiers receive the sacrament. They get a pass, what's the word, Gideon? An indulgence for killing in the name of God. That's okay. You take the sacrament. But then Clarence broke the sacrament. I mean, he
took the sacrament in the context of swearing to be loyal to Lancaster, the Lancastrians, and then he went over back to the Yorks. So there's a difference between that and repenting before a battle, and Henry discusses it a lot in Henry V, how a soldier fighting for the king, if he dies in battle, his service is owed to the king, but his soul is his own business. So he better repent of his sins before he goes into battle.
Of course.
And that's different from Clarence taking the sacrament as a way of swearing to be loyal to this other side, the Warwick side, and then betraying that oath to go over back to the Yorks. So it's a double crime. I mean, it's a triple crime, because he went against his brothers to the Lancasters, and then he went against his oath and the Lancasters to go back to the Yorks. So I mean, he's a mess.
Spiritually, he's here.
Spiritually, which is why the dream is sent to him on purpose to terrorize him into repenting before he dies. And the murderers come in, and they're bringing it right up to the minute. Like, he might think, oh, I'm going to get out of here, and then I have time, and my brother will forgive me, and it'll be okay. But when the murderers come, there's no more time. It's like So he's, as you said last time, he's arguing for his life, and it gets more and more intense and passionate till the end.
And I notice also, it seems like the first half of Clarence's arguing, he believes that we are sent by Edward to kill him.
Yes.
Until we reveal that no, it's actually Richard that sent us.
Yes.
Yes.
It takes him a while to believe that. Although he, as you pointed out, he has his doubts, and he's trying to figure out, are they telling the truth or not?
Yeah.
And in the end, he buys it, and then he's really worried. So, as he should be.
Yeah, great. A lot of people trying to get their thinking and their souls straight.
Yeah.
So, good question, Aubrey. Anything else? All right. Well, let's. Gideon and I will back off, and oh no, I'm not. I'm staying here because I'm not going anywhere. I will be the. I'll be your keeper, and I have not arranged my script yet. And so, are you ready, Peter?
Sure.
Okay, here we go. Why looks your grace so heavily today?
Oh, I have passed a miserable night, so full of fearful dreams, of ugly sights, that as I am a Christian faithful man, I would not spend another such a night, though 'twere to buy a world of happy days. So full of dismal terror was the time.
What was your dream, my lord? I pray you tell me.
Methought that I had broken from the tower and was embarked to cross to Burgundy, and in my company my brother Gloucester, who from my cabin tempted me to walk upon the hatches. Thence we looked toward England, and sighted up 1,000 heavy times during the wars of York and Lancaster that had befallen us. As we paced along upon the giddy footing of the hatches, we thought that Gloucester stumbled, and in falling struck me that thought to stay him overboard into the tumbling billows of the main. Oh Lord, methought what pain it was to drown. The dreadful noise of waters in my ears, what sights of ugly death within my eyes. Methought I saw 1,000 fearful racks, 1,000 men that fishes gnawed upon, wedges of gold, great anchors, heaps of pearl, inestimable stones, unvalued jewels, all scattered in the bottom of the sea. Some lay in dead men's skulls. In the holes where eyes did once inhabit, there were crept, as 'twere in scorn of eyes, reflecting gems, wooed the slimy bottom of the deep and mocked the dead bones that lay scattered by.
What, had you such leisure in the time of death to gaze upon these secrets of the deep?
Methought I had, and often did I strive to yield the ghost, but still the envious flood stopped in my soul, and would not let it forth to find the empty, vast, and wandering air, but smothered it within my panting bulk, who almost burst to belch it in the sea.
Awakest thou not in this agony?
Oh, no, my dream was lengthened afterlife. Oh, then began the tempest in my soul. I passed, methought, the melancholy flood with that sour ferryman which poets write of, unto the kingdom of perpetual night. The first that there did greet my stranger soul was my great father-in-law, renowned Warwick, who spake aloud, "What scourge for perjury can this dark monarchy afford false Clarence?" So he vanished. Then came wandering by a shadow like an angel, with bright hair dabbled in blood, and he shrieked out aloud, "Clarence is come, false fleeting, perjured Clarence that stabbed me in the field by Tewkesbury. Seize on him, Furies, take him unto torment. With that methought a legion of foul fiends environed me and howled in mine ears such hideous cries, and with the very noise I trembling waked, and for a season after could not believe but that I was in hell. Such terrible impression made my dream.
No wonder, no marvel, my lord, that it affrighted you. I'm afraid methinks to hear you tell it.
Keeper, I have done these things that now give evidence against my soul for Edward's sake, and see how he requites me. Oh God, if my deep prayers cannot appease thee, but thou wilt be avenged on my misdeeds, yet execute thy wrath in me alone. Spare my guiltless wife and my poor children. Keeper, I prithee sit with me a while, my soul is heavy, and I fain would sleep.
I will, my lord. God give your grace good rest.
What? Shall I stab him as he sleeps?
No. He'll say 'twas done cowardly when he wakes.
Why, he shall never wake until the great judgment day.
Why, then he'll say we stabbed him sleeping.
The urging of that word, judgment, hath bred a kind of remorse in me.
What? Art thou afraid?
Not to kill him, having a warrant, but to be damned for killing him, from the which no warrant can defend me.
I thought thou hadst been resolute.
So I am. To let him live.
I'll back to the Duke of Gloucester and tell him so.
Nay, I prithee, stay a little. I hope this passionate humor of mine will change. It was wont to hold me, but while one tells 20,
How dost thou feel thyself now?
faith, some certain dregs of conscience are yet within me.
Remember our reward when the deed's done.
Zoons, he dies! I had forgot the reward.
Where's thy conscience now?
In the Duke of Gloucester's purse.
When he opens his purse to give us our reward, thy conscience flies out.
It's no matter, let it go. There's few or none will entertain it.
What if it come to thee again?
I'll not meddle with it. It makes a man a coward. A man cannot steal, but it accuseth him. A man cannot swear, but it checks him. A man cannot lie with his neighbor's wife, but it detects him. 'Tis a blushing, shamefaced spirit that mutinies in a man's bosom. It makes a man a coward. It fills a man full of obstacles. It made me once restore a purse of gold that by chance I found. It beggars any man that keeps it. It is turned out of cities and towns for a dangerous thing, and any man that means to live well endeavors to trust to himself and live without it. Zoons, 'tis even now at my elbow persuading me not to kill the Duke.
Take the devil in thy mind and believe him not. He would insinuate with thee but to make thee sigh.
I am strong-framed. He cannot prevail with me.
Spoke like a tall man that respects thy reputation. Come, shall we fall to work?
Take him on the costard with the hilts of thy sword, then throw him in the malmsey butt in the next room.
Oh, excellent device. And make a sop of him.
Soft. He wakes.
Strike!
No, no, we'll reason with him.
Where art thou, keeper? Give me a cup of wine.
You shall have wine enough, my lord, anon.
In God's name, what art thou?
A man, as you are.
But not as I am royal.
Nor you as we are, loyal.
Thy voice is thunder, but thy looks are humble.
My voice is now the king's. My looks are mine own.
Oh, how darkly and how deadly dost thou speak. Your eyes do menace me. Why look you pale? Who sent you hither? Wherefore do you come? To murder me?
Aye.
You scarcely have the hearts to tell me so, and therefore I cannot have the hearts to do it. Wherein, my friends, have I offended you?
Offended us you have not, but the king.
I shall be reconciled to him again.
Never, my lord. Therefore, prepare to die.
Are you drawn forth among a world of men to slay the innocent? What is my offense? Where is the evidence that doth accuse me? What lawful quest have given their verdict up unto the frowning judge? Or who pronounced the bitter sentence of poor Clarence's death before I be convicted by course of law? To threaten me with death is most unlawful. I charge you, as you hope to have redemption by Christ's dear blood shed for our grievous sins, that you depart and lay no hands on me. The deed you undertake is damnable.
What we will do, we do upon command.
And he that hath commanded is our king.
O erroneous vassals, the great King of kings hath in the table of his law commanded that thou shalt do no murder. Will you then spurn his edict and fulfill a man's? Take heed, for he holds vengeance in his hand to hurl upon their heads that break his law.
And that same vengeance doth he hurl on thee for false forswearing and for murder too. Thou didst receive the sacrament to fight in quarrel of the house of Lancaster.
And, like a traitor to the name of God, didst break that vow, and with thy treacherous blade unripst the bowels of thy sovereign son.
Whom thou wast sworn to cherish and defend.
How canst thou urge God's dreadful law to us when thou hast broke it in such dear degree?
Alas, for whose sake did I that ill deed? For Edward, for my brother, for his sake. He sends you not to murder me for this, for in that sin he is as deep as I. If God will be avenged for this deed, know you yet he doth it publicly. Take not quarrel from his powerful arm. He needs no indirect or lawless course to cut off those that have offended him.
Who made thee then a bloody minister when gallant springing brave Plantagenet, that princely novice, was struck dead by thee?
My brother's love, the devil, and my rage.
Thy brother's love, our duty, and thy faults provoke us hither now to slaughter thee.
You do love my brother, hate not me. I am his brother, and I love him well. If you are hired for mead, go back again, and I will send you to my brother Gloucester, who shall reward you better for my life than Edward will for tidings of my death.
You are deceived. Your brother Gloucester hates you.
Oh, no. He loves me, and he holds me dear. Go you to him from me.
Aye, so we will.
Tell him, when that our princely father York blessed his 3 sons with his victorious arm, he little thought of this divided friendship. Bid Gloucester think of this, and he will weep.
Aye, millstones as he lessoned us to weep.
Oh, do not slander him, for he is kind.
Right. As snow in harvest. Come, you deceive yourself. 'Tis he that sends us to destroy you here.
It cannot be. For he bewept my fortune and hugged me in his arms and swore with sobs that he would labor my delivery.
Why, so he doth, when he delivers you from this earth's thraldom to the joys of heaven.
Make peace with God, for you must die, my lord.
Have you that holy feeling in your souls to counsel me to make my peace with God? And are you yet to your own souls so blind that you will war with God by murdering me? Oh, sirs, consider they that set you on to do this deed will hate you for this deed.
What shall we do?
Relent and save your souls.
Relent? No, 'tis cowardly and womanish.
Not to relent is beastly, savage, devilish. Which of you, if you were a prince's son being pent from liberty as I am now, if two such murderers as yourselves came to you, would not entreat for life? Aye, you would beg for you in my distress. My friend, I spy some pity in thy looks. Oh, if thine eye be not a flatterer, come thou on my side and entreat for me. A begging prince, what beggar pities not?
Look behind you, my lord.
Take that and that. If all this will not do, I'll drown you in the malmsey butt within.
A bloody deed and desperately dispatched. How fain, like Pilate, would I wash my hands of this most grievous murder.
How now? What mean'st thou that thou help'st me not? By heavens, the Duke shall know how slack you have been.
I would he knew that I saved his brother. Take thou the fee, for I repent me that the Duke is slain.
So do not I. Go, coward as thou art. Well, I will go hide the body in some hole till that the Duke give order for his burial. And when I have my meed, I will away. For this will out, and then I must not stay.
Come back, little Shebas. Well done, y'all. Very well done.
Really well done.
Anything you guys want to say before we have a little go at you? Okay. Too late.
Yeah.
Oh, where's the first 2 pages? Oh, here.
Just as a voice from the darkness, Peter, I couldn't remember if for the Merry Wives reading, were you using your microphone? Was that on during that reading? And I was just wondering if it was something you could use again for this, because it didn't sound like you had your microphone on.
Really? No, it's on.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Hey, Mike.
Okay.
I just probably have to place it in a different spot.
Yeah, those mics might be a little more sensitive in terms of like being right on top of it or not. But okay, all right, I was just curious. It doesn't sound bad. I just wanted you to sound as good as possible.
Yeah, I'll adjust it.
And lest that be my only note, I really enjoyed the scene.
Okay, good. On the literal God mic there. Peter, very nice as always. Two small things. When you these are just suggestions I'm throwing out there. When you get to line 30, some lay in dead men's skulls and in the holes. Can you make that a new discovery again, so it's not quite attached to the thing before, just to help you keep looking for things that you saw. Like that one was that's a whole new kind of image where the skulls are coming to life. Great. The way this sentence, it's only one sentence. Methought I had and often did strive to yield the ghost, but still the envious flood stopped in my soul. Can you see how close you can come to doing that on one breath?
Yeah. Okay.
None of there are commas in there, but almost the lines aren't. There's no punctuation at the end of the lines until the wandering air. But even so, I just think it's wonderful if if you become again the sort of physicalization of what you're describing in the dream.
Jeffrey, my version of that note was that Peter paused at the end of strive, and it's an enjambed line, so that doesn't need a pause. I think just not pausing there will do most of what you're asking him to do.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't expect you to get through all 6 lines, but you know what I'm saying.
Yep, absolutely.
The other thing I just want to remind you of, particularly in this long speech, is just check yourself. You Peter can get your voice to a pitch where it stays. I mean, literally a note that's kind of up there, and I think you need to look for opportunities to relax down to where you're to kind of hook back into your gut occasionally. Okay. I like that you did the, oh God, if my deep prayers actually became a separate prayer.
Yeah.
Terrific. I'm sorry your keeper got a little distracted trying to write a note. So moving on. First Murderer, this line series always kind of bugs me, but I think it should go this way. At the very beginning, you say, no, he'll say 'twas done cowardly when he wakes, but he's never going to wake till Judgment Day. Why, then he'll say we stabbed him, because I think that's the joke. Right?
It's
so I think that's the
then. Yep.
No, he's never going to wake up till then. Well, he'll say it then, and then we'll be fucked.
Gotcha.
Right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Very good. Good. Remember our reward. You took that note well. Dan, I have a kind of general thing for you. I really like what you're doing with this guy. I think, Daniel.
Yes.
I think you can do everything that he is, giving us all the stuff you're going through, and just simplify it a little bit. You're a little bit telling me what he is rather than just letting it exist in there, right?
Yeah.
So the battle that's going on in here, let it work in there. And again, we have the advantage of not having, we don't have to reach the 5th row or the 16th row or the battle or any of that. So I'm trying to avoid saying take it down, because that's not what I want. I kind of like his intensity.
No, I get what you're saying.
Okay, good.
Internalize a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And feel free actually to trust that what you're doing is terrific, and that the camera will get it. Okay?
Yeah, it's that thing with the difference between stage acting and TV acting. When you're doing Zoom, it's kind of such a unique experience,
It is. And it's a little neither fish nor fowl nor good red meat, but it also kind of reinforces my content. That's why it's interesting to do Shakespeare in this medium, because you need the same force of, you have to rise to the language, you have to rise to the situation, which is what we always have to do on stage. So all of that is absolutely as intense and important in here. You don't have to tell me what you're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oops. Dog is interfering with my internet. Both you guys was both murderers, and Clarence, although you have fewer of these exchanges. But as we get into these exchanges now, when we go through it again, I want you to take out any thinking between the lines. None at all. No reactions between the lines. All the acting happens right there. We've now had plenty of opportunities to examine what's going on there. There was one. I'm not trying to make too much of an example of you, but there was one place I wrote down where, this is way later on, but Aubrey, when Clarence says, "Bid Gloucester think of this and he will weep," you gave me a little laugh before. Aye, millstones. Just put the laugh into the line, right?
Do it on the word.
Exactly. You know, think of this and he'll weep. Yeah, he's going to weep millstones, right?
Yeah, great.
And I only picked that one out because it would happen, but there was a lot of thinking and acting going on between, which is fine. That's what I wanted you to do. Now trust that we will get it without having to ever do that. Aubrey, you took that great line, not really a joke, excellent device to make a sop of him. The I. Daniel, this, I like the way it worked. I think the second murderer, I don't want to tell you what to do. I'm going to leave this as a fielder's choice. I'm going to tell you what I think might also work, is if when the first one goes, you heard him murder me? Yeah. And rather than come under, top her. Not in a big way, but just to make sure that line's actually more for her than for him, right?
Yeah.
You're answering her more than you're answering your partner more than you're answering Clarence.
Okay.
Right?
I would put that you're trying to convince yourself as much as Clarence.
Yeah.
Okay.
And just for my taste, rather than go under, go on top of her.
Okay.
Oh, I just saw some notes that I wrote down. So going back a little bit, Daniel, on your long speech about conscience.
Yeah.
When you have multiple words, what I wrote down was on blushing, shamefaced. Just I want you to give those different values.
Okay.
Right. Not just this orange, that orange. It was this orange, and that was an apple, and that one was a pear. Okay.
Okay.
Can I help with that?
Sure.
Blushing is a natural physical phenomenon. Shamefaced implies an awareness of shame. So it's both the body itself doing it and then the mind behind it.
Excellent. Great.
Okay.
Oh, Peter, could you come on after he says? Can you turn your camera back on after he says, "I will reason with him"?
Okay.
Dan.
Wait, where is that?
It's.
Yeah. So we noticed that Softy wakes before we see him on camera.
Yes.
Got it.
You're looking across the room.
Got it.
In this particular thing, do better on excellent low. Dan, and this is kind of what I was saying before, but just to explicit on this exchange about who are you? I'm a man, but we're loyal. My voice is now the king's. That was a part where I felt you sort of pushing, and I know what you're doing. You're trying to be big, right? But find it in a genuine way.
Okay.
Don't give it away to him that you're putting it on.
Okay.
You are big. You are strong. You're the biggest, strongest person. If we're doing this on stage.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Okay, good. Perfect. Peter. Yeah, I was good. All this is good. This little exchange again about the King of Kings. I liked it better the way you did it before, which was hath in the table of his law commanded da 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 da. Early ads that break his law.
Right.
Again, just for my taste, works better.
You can hit break in the last line. You can hit break in the last line instead of his.
Yeah, of course that's also the scansion. So that's
line 206.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was another. Oh, damn it! I had. Aubrey, first murder around line 2. I don't know what this is. 27 or so. You line who made thee then a bloody minister when gallant springing. I think it works better when you do it sort of as scanned rather than hitting the thee.
Right.
It's made thee then a bloody minister.
Made thee. Great. Okay.
Yeah. I think
the pronoun.
We were playing with that pronoun for a while, but we say no. We like who made thee then a bloody minister. Great. Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
The verb and then that great image of bloody minister. We hear the thee. The thee is understood.
Awesome.
Yeah. Who made you the king of the world?
Can I just add there that you want to get through that sentence to the end without breaking it up too much. I'm not saying rush, but
there's a lot of turns in it, and just to go through. Yep.
Yeah, the second line begins when, and the third line is the gallant spring brave Planchadden, that princely, that's referring to him again. So it's really one arc to the end of the thought.
Yep.
This is a good note for you, Daniel. When you said make peace with God, for you must die, my lord. I thought that was perfect. That was the guy, right? That's the guy. That's this guy sitting, hooked into your gut on that one. Super. So expand out from there. Clarence, I love the way you were not backing down on that next speech. Sirs, consider they that set you on. Da-da-da. You're putting the pressure on them. Terrific. Relent and save your souls. Relent, no, 'tis cowardly not to relent. That's great, and that works great. And now that we're going to take any air out of it, it's a rhetorical ladder. Each one gets more intense. Second murder, Daniel. I'm now going to contradict myself. A bloody deed and desperately dispatched, that line.
Yeah.
You can take that anywhere you want. It doesn't have to be to the camera.
Okay.
That one can be, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
Okay.
What have I done? I don't know what I've done. Maybe you can come to the camera, but it's Jesus Christ. And it's particularly since you don't have to relate to anybody, let it.
Okay.
You got to pass on that one. And finally, Aubrey, this just kind of struck me. Maybe you were partly doing it, but when your partner leaves, for I repent me that the Duke is slain, so do not I. Maybe take that part, go coward as thou art. He's already out of the room, or he's leaving the room. He is literally off the camera. That's another one where you can feel free to take it right off the camera. It's like, fuck you, get the fuck out of here.
Get out of here. Okay.
Right, and then come back to it again,
Yeah. Okay,
so that we can find some variations in there. I probably just heard you half doing it, so do it all the way. And again, that's one where feel free to come off camera because we don't know where he's gone, right? Good. Does everybody want to take just a minute or two, get a drink of water, and then we're going to...
I want a minute or two to give my little...
Oh, please. Sorry, Gideon.
I know the dramaturg is the last person to be get me attention, but I'm speaking for Shakespeare if I can. Okay, I'll be very quick. 43. You said, this is you, Jeffrey.
Yes.
I'm correcting your reading. Awake you not in this sore agony, not thee. Awake thou not. I know it's because you were distracted and you were remembering it. But it changes the relation between them.
Yes. Thank you.
Line 51 to 54, Clarence. Peter, the R's in these lines are overwhelming. Scourge, for, perjury, dark, monarchy, Clarence. So he's, renowned Warwick is speaking this aloud, and it's piling up these R's. And I just want you to feel that. You don't need to do anything different. I just want you to be aware that Shakespeare's piling on all those R's for a reason. Rrr. And then they come back in line 56. Clarence is come, false, fleeting, perjured, Clarence. So perjured picks up perjury earlier. So it's like Warwick in your dream is doing this litany of your sins, right? And they're all coming at you in R's. So I wanted you to be aware of that and do with it as you please. Line 71. I suddenly realized that Clarence has been praying. If my deep prayers cannot appease thee, that means that at some point you have been trying to appease God with deep prayers. It's not just the prayer that you're saying now. It's that you've been at this.
The continuation, right?
Yeah. So there's this spiritual war going on in him because earlier you said, I have done these things.
Right.
And the dream is just illustrating them over again. So this gives us another sense of the of our compassion for Clarence, right? He's trying to save his soul here if he can. Okay, Daniel 139.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I would hit metal rather than I, because we know we're talking about you. So, do you get where I am? What if it come to thee again? Go for metal. It's more interesting.
I'll not meddle with it.
Yeah. Line 148. Oh, you said, where is it? It's any man. You said any man and it's every man.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Got it?
Yes.
Line 155, I think. It hit cannot on the first syllable rather than the second.
Cannot prevail. Okay.
Line 160. Into, not in.
Into the Malmsey butt.
Into the Malmsey butt. I know you were learning the line and then doing it straight to us.
Fine.
It's good, but I'm just noting it. Okay, 174. 74.
I know
you added an R.
I added R. Yeah.
Yeah.
That line's always so that's fine. I always want to say R, even though it doesn't scan right because of the balance of the two parts of the sentence, but because there's a verb in the first part, but there's not in the second.
Yeah. So just to make you feel better, Shakespeare is not a stickler the way I am about agreement in grammar. So for him, it's perfectly fine to say voice is and looks is, my looks is mine own. He even does that actually at times. So don't let the grammar be what makes you inject the R, or the R in my looks.
Okay.
It doesn't need to be there grammatically from Shakespeare's verse point of view. 196. Yeah, you hit a little bit on our, by Christ their blood shed for our grievous sins, Clarence, Peter.
Uh-huh.
I wouldn't hit the hour. I go for the weight of grievous sins.
Yeah.
204. Will you then spurn? Oh, you said spurn his edict, and it's spurn at. Left out the at. You know where I am? Line 2.
Yep, got it.
4.
At his edict.
Spurn at his edict and fulfill a man. This is an example of starting a line with a trochee, bum, 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 bum. So it puts a lot of weight on the fourth syllable. Spurn at his edict and fulfill a man's. And the and is in a stressed position. Why? Because he's saying you're going to do this and at the same time do that. You get me?
Yep.
Good. Line 211, Aubrey. I want you to bring out the consonants in traitor a little more. You're swallowing that middle T, and it sounds like modern American.
Mm-hmm.
So just give a little more weight to the T, and it'll read better.
Great, thank you.
227. Yeah, this was the note we gave you. Don't hit the. Peter, murdering again.
Yes, right. I know it when I did it.
Times 262. 264. To do this deed will hate you for the deed. Oh, so you put weight on the last word deed, but it's a repeated word.
Yeah.
So bring the stress back toward hate. The real antithesis here is set you on and then hate you. You get what I mean?
Yep.
Okay. And then 292, last one. Oh, you just left out, tell him what I say. You just left out the line in 291.
Oh. Okay.
You just left out, take thou the fee for I repent me is what you said. So you left out, tell him what I said. Just
Okay.
saying. Okay, that's it. Having said all that, I have to say it was very powerful and very good.
Thank you. Thank you for the notes.
Can't hear you, Jeffrey. We can't hear you. You're muted.
Muted. I'm talking to the dog. Do you want a second to walk around yourselves, or do you want to go into it? I'll take a popular vote.
I'm ready to go into it. I'm fine.
Great.
Okay, good.
Let's do it.
Then let's do it with all the caveats that I said before. I just one of these notes reminded me that when you do get to those places when you have to say a word like unripsed his bowels or something, don't let the imperative to kind of move through it make you rush through words. I mean, there are times when Shakespeare gives you words that you have to slow down for, or a phrase you have to slow down for, and there's a reason for that. So don't lose the wonderful things you have now, thinking, oh my God, I'm not going fast enough. Enjoy those words, relish and use the language every bit as much as you have been. Just no acting between the lines, basically, is what we're on about. And once again, you've heard it from me and from Gideon and that other guy who we never see. This is really good. So trust that what you're doing is good and deepen it, right? You don't have to tell us anything. Just deepen it.
Be it instead of say it.
Right. So I will back off now, Gideon, and I will leave you. No, I'm going to stay here. I will stay here. I will be your keeper. And, right. Why looks your grace so heavily today?
Oh, I have passed a miserable night, so full of fearful dreams, of ugly sights, that as I am a Christian faithful man, I would not spend another such a night, though 'twere to buy a world of happy days, so full of dismal terror was the time.
What was your dream, my lord? I pray you, tell me.
Thoughts that I had broken from the tower and was embarked to cross to Burgundy, and in my company my brother Gloucester, who from my cabin tempted me to walk upon the hatches. Thence we looked toward England and sighted up 1,000 heavy times during the wars of York and Lancaster that had befallen us. As we paced along upon the giddy footing of the hatches, methought that Gloucester stumbled, and in falling struck me that thought to stay him overboard into the tumbling billows of the main. Oh, Lord, methought what pain it was to drown, what dreadful noise of waters in my ears, what sights of ugly death within my eyes. Methought I saw 1,000 fearful wracks, 1,000 men that fishes gnawed upon, wedges of gold, great anchors, heaps of pearl, inestimable stones, unvalued jewels, all scattered in the bottom of the sea. Some lay in dead men's skulls, and in the holes where eyes did once inhabit, there were crept, as 'twere in scorn of eyes, reflecting gems that wooed the slimy bottom of the deep and mocked the dead bones that lay scattered by.
Had you such leisure in time of death to gaze upon these secrets of the deep?
Methought I had, and often did I strive to yield the ghost, but still the envious flood stopped in my soul and would not let it forth to find the empty vast and wandering air, but smothered it within my panting bulk, who almost burst to belch it in the sea.
Awaked you not in this sore agony?
No, my dream was lengthened after life. Oh, then began the tempest to my soul. I passed, methought the melancholy flood with that sour ferryman which poets write of, unto the kingdom of perpetual night. The first that there did greet my stranger soul was my great father-in-law, renowned Warwick, who spake aloud, "What scourge for perjury can this dark monarchy afford, false Clarence?" And so he vanished. Then came wandering by a shadow like an angel, with bright hair dabbled in blood, and he shrieked out loud, "Clarence is come! False, fleeting, perjured Clarence that stabbed me in the field by Tewkesbury! Seize on him, furies! Take him into torment!" With that, methought a legion of foul fiends environed me, and howled in mine ears such hideous cries that with the very noise I trembling waked, and for a season after could not believe but that I was in hell. Such terrible impression made my dream.
No marvel, Lord. Though it affrighted you, I'm afraid, methinks, to hear you tell it.
Keeper, I have done these things that now give evidence against my soul for Edward's sake, and see how he requites me. Oh God, if my deep prayers cannot appease thee, but thou wilt be avenged on my misdeeds, yet execute thy wrath in me alone. Oh, spare my guiltless wife and my poor children. Keeper, I prithee sit by me a while, my soul is heavy, and I would fain sleep.
I will, my lord. God give your grace good rest.
What? Shall I stab him as he sleeps?
No, he'll say 'twas done cowardly when he wakes.
He shall never wake until the great judgment day.
Why, then he'll say we stabbed him sleeping.
The urging of that word judgment hath bred a kind of remorse in me.
What? Art thou afraid?
Not to kill him, having a warrant, but to be damned for killing him, from the which no warrant can defend me.
I thought thou hadst been resolute.
So I am. To let him live.
I'll back to the Duke of Gloucester and tell him so.
Nay, I prithee, stay a little. I hope this passionate humor of mine will change. It was wont to hold me but while one tells 20.
How dost thou feel thyself now?
Faith, some certain dregs of conscience are yet within me.
Remember our reward when the deed's done.
Zounds, he dies. I had forgot the reward.
Where's thy conscience now?
Oh, in the Duke of Gloucester's purse.
When he opens his purse to give us the reward, thy conscience flies out.
'Tis no matter, let it go. There's few or none will entertain it.
What did it come to thee again?
I'll not meddle with it. It makes a man a coward. A man cannot steal, but it accuseth him. A man cannot swear, but it checks him. A man cannot lie with his neighbor's wife, but it detects him. 'Tis a blushing, shamefaced spirit that mutinies in a man's bosom. It fills a man full of obstacles. It made me once restore a purse of gold that by chance I found. It beggars any man that keeps it. It is turned out of cities and towns for a dangerous thing. And every man that means to live well endeavors to trust to himself and live without it. Zoons, 'tis even now at my elbow urging me not to kill the Duke.
Take the devil in thy mind and believe him not. He would insinuate with thee but to make thee sigh.
I am strong-framed. He cannot prevail with me.
Spoke like a tall man that respects thy reputation. Come, shall we fall to work?
Take him on the costard with the hilts of thy sword, and then throw him into the malmsey butt in the next room.
Oh, excellent device, and make a sop of him.
Soft. He wakes.
Strike!
No! We'll reason with him.
Where art thou, keeper? Give me a cup of wine.
You shall have wine enough, my lord, anon.
In God's name, what art thou?
A man, as you are.
But not as I am royal.
Nor you as we are, loyal.
Thy voice is thunder, but thy looks are humble.
My voice is now the king's. My looks mine own.
How darkly and how deadly dost thou speak. Your eyes do menace me. Why look you pale? Who sent you hither? Wherefore do you come?
To
murder me?
Aye.
I.
You scarcely have the heart to tell me so, and therefore cannot have the heart to do it. Wherein, my friends, have I offended you?
Offended us you have not, but the king.
I shall be reconciled to him again.
Never, my lord. Therefore prepare to die.
Are you drawn forth among a world of men to slay the innocent? What is my offense? Where is the evidence that doth accuse me? What lawful quest have given their verdict up unto the frowning judge? Well, who pronounced the bitter sentence of poor Clarence's death before I be convict by course of law? Threaten me with death is most unlawful. I charge you, as you hope to have redemption by Christ's dear blood shed for our grievous sins, that you depart and lay no hands on me. The deed you undertake is damnable.
What we will do, we do upon command.
And he that hath commanded is our king.
Erroneous vassals, the great King of kings hath in the table of his law commanded that you shall do no murder. Will you then spurn at his edict and fulfill a man's? Take heed, for he holds vengeance in his hand to hurl upon the heads that break his law.
And that same vengeance doth he hurl on thee. for false forswearing and for murder too.
Hmm.
Thou didst receive the sacrament to fight in quarrel of the house of Lancaster.
And, like a traitor to the name of God, didst break that vow, and with thy treacherous blade unripst the bowels of thy sovereign son.
Whom thou wast sworn to cherish and defend.
How canst thou urge God's dreadful law to us when thou hast broke it in such dear degree?
Alas, for whose sake did I that ill deed? For Edward, for my brother, for his sake. He sends you not to murder me for this, for in that sin he is as deep as I. If God will be avenged for this deed, oh, know you yet, he doth it publicly. Take not the quarrel from his powerful arm. He needs no indirect or lawless course to cut off those that have offended him.
Who made thee then a bloody minister when gallant, springing, brave Plantagenet, that princely novice, was struck dead by thee?
My brother's love, the devil, and my rage.
Thy brother's love, our duty, and thy faults provoke us hither now to slaughter thee.
If you do love my brother, hate not me. I am his brother, and I love him well. If you are hired for meed, go back again. I will send you to my brother Gloucester, who shall reward you better for my life than Edward will for the tidings of my death.
You are deceived. Your brother Gloucester hates you.
Oh, no, he loves me, and he holds me dear. Go you to him from me.
Aye, we will.
Tell him, when that our princely father York blessed his 3 sons with his victorious arm, he little thought of this divided friendship. Bid Gloucester think of this, and he will weep.
Aye, millstones, as he lessoned us to weep.
Oh, do not slander him, for he is kind.
Right, as snow in harvest. Come, you deceive yourself. 'Tis he that sends us to destroy you here.
Cannot be, for he bewept my fortune and hugged me in his arms, and swore with sobs that he would labor my delivery.
Why, so he doth when he delivers you from this earth's thraldom to the joys of heaven.
Make peace with God, for you must die, my lord.
Have you that holy feeling in your souls to counsel me to make my peace with God? And are you yet to your own souls so blind that you will war with God by murdering me? Oh, sirs, consider, they that set you on to do this deed will hate you for the deed.
What shall we do?
Relent and save your souls.
Relent? No, 'tis cowardly and womanish.
Not to relent is beastly, savage, devilish. Which of you, if you were a prince's son being pent from liberty, as I am now, if 2 such murderers as yourselves came to you, would not entreat for life? Aye, you would beg, were you in my distress. My friend, I spy some pity in thy looks. Oh, if thine eye be not a flatterer, come thou on my side and entreat for me. A begging prince, what beggar pities not?
Look behind you, my lord.
Take that!
Ah!
And
Ah!
that!
Ah!
Oh, this will not do. I'll drown you in the malmsey butt within.
Ah!
A bloody deed. Desperately dispatched. How fain, like Pilate, would I wash my hands of this most grievous murder.
How now? What mean'st thou that thou help'st me not? By heavens, the Duke shall know how slack you have been.
I would he knew that I had saved his brother. Take thou the fee, and tell him what I say, for I repent me that the Duke is slain.
So do not I. Go, coward as thou art. Well, I'll go hide the body in some hole till that the Duke give order for his burial. And when I have my mead, I will away, for this will out, and then I must not stay.
Well, that was superb.
It was indeed superb.
Honestly, it's just great working with y'all, and you do what I just love. You know, Gideon or I will make a suggestion, and you always take and expand it and deepen it. So just well done. I have a few tiny things to say, but most of them are compliments. Daniel, I want to particularly mention you because this second murderer is becoming so interesting, and you know, you really took that note and ran with it, and it's terrific. So
Thank you.
continue in that vein, and well done. The first thing I wrote was a great start. I didn't write anything about your monologue, Peter. I don't think, because it all sounded good. Yeah, maybe Gideon will have something.
I have a few, not many. It's pretty darn good.
Yeah. The murderers. Bloody hell! I just wrote a great start, you guys, on that. These are small things, but number two, Daniel, before you say, wait, so am I? Do you say that? So am I?
So I am. Line 117, 18.
Yeah. Yes, that was a tiny example of you. You gave us a little thought before the line.
Okay.
I'll let you have a hiccup in the middle, but when she says, "I thought that has been resolute," so I am. To let him live, right? Right in. I think you did a breath beforehand. Remember, meddle. I'll not meddle with it.
Okay.
I'm not going to mess with this, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about it. Or
Can I chime in there, because I took that note too. You changed the way you said it, but you still took down metal, and
Okay.
what you're doing is showing resolution. So you're resolved not to meddle with it, and meddle is the key, meaning have anything to do with it.
Yeah. Okay.
So just go for that word.
Two, long speech. Oh, long speech, good. Two, yeah, that's you. You're two in my notes. Anybody ever see The Prisoner, number 6? Do you remember that? Yeah.
You are number 2.
I just want to, when we're all done with this, I'm just going to say this to remind us. I just want to go over the section where Clarence wakes up, because in the whole 14 minutes, however, I forgot to time it. That was the one bit that got more hiccupy than it should. The eyes were perfect. What have you come to murder me? Bang, bang.
Okay, good.
That was super good.
Right on.
Peter. I wrote it here. Peter, you were just terrific throughout, but this, particularly when the murderers came on, are you drawn forth from a world of men? That speech was so good. The stuff about Christ your blood for our grievous sins, I wrote down good again. Just terrific. Peter, I mean, for all of us, that was sort of a master class in how to take the air out of something, but actually make it more intense. That thing that happens that I've noticed when we ask ourselves to go a little quicker is that the operative words really emerge just automatically, you know, and because we're not using space or air to make a point. For instance, when you were doing the voices of various people, they became distinct voices. Really great. Do it this way. Oh, and the earlier the breath thing on that speech about running out of breath, Peter. Very good, very good. Second murderer, your line, and that same vengeance doth he hurl on thee for faults for swearing.
Yeah, I kind of stumbled through that.
Yeah, a little bit. One thing I would say, know that you're right. Everybody who has a line in this is actually right. It's like Shaw. They keep one-upping each other, and every person is right as they say it. So you don't have to press your point too hard. It's like everybody knows you did this, and you're a fucking traitor. So you know?
Yeah, here's the evidence. Got it.
Just, yeah. You sure? Clarence, just a small thing around line 220. For Edward, for my brother, for his sake, he sends you not to murder me for this. I just think you can lift this a little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
Just to help us. Number 2, do you have a line, and he that hath... I don't know where that is.
Oh, that's back to the one we were talking about. You said I need to. I'm right.
Oh yes, was that there?
Is that what you're talking about? And that's in vengeance.
No, somewhere you say.
Oh, it's above that. And he that hath commanded is our king.
Yes, that's another one. No breath before. It's like
Okay.
you two know your deal. He's the
Okay.
king. He did the command, and he's the king. And that's that.
Okay.
Also, you took the sacrament. Everybody knows this stuff. You're guilty. You're guilty. You're guilty. And the more sure you are, the less thinking you're doing between lines, the less time you have to lose your nerve, right? So no breath before that. Aubrey, who made thee then a bloody minister? Excellent. I wrote that was really, you really took that note. Again, it just came out great. The way the whole scene picked up with its urgency and was terrific. Also, right as snow and harvest, terrific. This is again a small thing, Peter, that I hear, which you can take or not. Around line 277, if two such murders as yourselves came to you, would you not entreat for life? I think you can just give a little more weight to you. You'd beg. You'd beg the same as I am. Just it's a stressed position anyway, so I think that's just something that I hear. Great, Gideon, do you want to say a few things, and then I just want to go over that one section, and then I think we're probably done, because that was really super, you guys.
I have very few. I'm getting back to the beginning. The first one is line 10, Peter. You're hitting Burgundy a lot. You're hitting the word Burgundy very heavy. And I think it takes away from the build to Gloucester knocking you overboard. So Burgundy is important only because it's getting me out of England to safety.
Right.
But there's nothing particular about Burgundy that matters in the speech.
Okay, it's not special.
Right? Line 108. 08. Aubrey, you're being really good about the long I and aisle in the various places, and I just want you to give us the long E and heel.
Heel.
Instead of he'll say.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
Good. At 166, when you say let's reason with him,
Yes.
Daniel,
Yes.
reason doesn't mean we're going to have an elaborate argument. It just means converse. We're just going to be rational beings to talk to him before we kill him.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's not like you're going to reason with him to try to persuade him of anything.
Oh, okay.
Like, you're not saying I'm going to reason with him to get him to be willing to die or any of that. You're just saying, let's talk to him before we kill him. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
190 is Clarence. I just want to explain the word quest. It's short for inquest. It doesn't mean a search. It means an inquest team, or like an inquest jury that finds that there's cause to try someone. So you hit lawful really hard, but we lost what quest meant. So you can go for lawful quest. meaning inquest, and then it's part of the whole process of law that they aren't following. Clear?
Yep.
Okay, line 204, I have to apologize because I told you about two trochees, but really you want to keep the antithesis of his and a man's. So we're going to go halfway back to where we were. It's right to say spurnat, but then you can treat his and his edict as a spondy. Boom, boom. Dum da dum dum da 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 dum. You get what I'm saying? So you're still keeping the trochee spurnat, but then you're bringing out the antithesis between his and a man's. And I felt bad that I misered you. 222, Clarence, you keep saying this deed, but it's the deed. Not that it's a big deal.
For the deed.
And line 283, bloody deed. Oh, Daniel, I just couldn't hear the and. You were internalizing and emoting, but I didn't hear the word.
All right.
And I missed it. That's it. I thought that was just fabulous performance. Peter, you were so moving.
Oh, thanks.
It really was just excellent. So, bravo.
Yeah, you guys, it was exciting. It was exciting to listen to. Had such terrific energy and you know, all those words.
Forward motion.
Forward motion. I just want to go over this waking up sequence because it was the only place where I felt we were taking more time than we needed to between lines. So this is around line 166 or 7. Well, actually, let's go from soft he wakes. Second murder, strike, no, we'll reason with him. And especially starting with, from in God's name, what are thou, a man as you are, but not as I am royal. From there on, let's just
Take the air out.
yeah, just no air. In fact, I mean, you know, second murderer may not be the sharpest tool in the box, but he's still smart, as we've established by the way he can dispute around conscience and things like that. Clarence is clearly smart. The first murderer is smart. So all these people think quickly. Right. Let's go then. God.
Right. Cool.
I've been muted this whole time.
No.
No, you muted for 1 second there.
I wasn't? Oh, okay. God. It was deathless stuff I've been telling you. Good. I'm going to climb off and give yourself a second or two and then start from Softy Wakes.
Soft, he wakes.
Strike!
No, we'll reason with him.
Where art thou, keeper? Give me a cup of wine.
You shall have wine enough, my lord, anon.
God's name, what art thou?
A man as you are,
But not as I am royal.
nor you as we are, loyal.
Thy voice is thunder, but thy looks are humble.
My voice is now the king's, my looks mine own.
How darkly and how deadly dost thou speak? Your eyes do menace me. Why look you so pale? Who sent you hither? Wherefore do you come? To murder me?
Aye.
I.
You scarcely have the hearts to tell me so, and therefore cannot have the hearts to do it. Wherein,
Good.
my friends, have I offended you?
Good. I'm going to stop you, and we're going to start again. And this time, Daniel, I want you to. I think again, you can afford to back off a little bit.
Okay.
Just didn't have that voice. That voice you just answered me in.
Yes.
That guy. That's the murderer, right there. That's your guy. Okay. I really don't need any more than that. I just need you to find whatever that guy is in you.
Right.
Okay? Let's just go back a bit. Soft, he wakes.
Yeah. Soft, he wakes.
Strike!
No, we'll reason with him.
Where art thou, keeper? Give me a cup of wine.
You shall have wine enough, my lord, anon.
God's name, what art thou?
Man as you are,
But not as I am royal.
nor you as we are, loyal.
Thy voice is thunder, but thy looks are humble.
My voice is now the king's, my looks mine own.
How darkly and how deadly dost thou speak, your eyes do menace me. Why look you pale? Who sent you hither? Wherefore do you come?
To
murder me?
Aye.
Aye.
You scarcely have the hearts to tell me so, and therefore cannot have the hearts to do it. Wherein, my friends, have I offended you?
Offended us you have not, but the king.
I shall be reconciled to him again.
Never, my lord. Therefore, prepare to die.
Are you drawn forth among a world of men to slay?
Good. We don't have to keep going. That's the idea, Daniel.
Okay.
That's it. That's the man I want to hear. I want to hear that man. That's terrific. I'm gonna stop giving you notes because they just begin to float around in one's head.
Yeah.
But that's the guy. That's the guy I want to hear. Okay. And just oh, crikey, my Mac needs feeding. Hang on. Don't go to freaking sleep on me. There we are. About to have a personal brownout. Just terrific. Just guys, continue in that vein, and I'm going to tell you that actually is the pace at which it should unfold. The last time we did it, okay? You weren't missing anything, and in fact, things that were sort of perhaps wishy-washy, for lack of a better term, before were now emerging more colorfully and more pointed. So I hope you could hear it as you were listening to other people. I certainly heard it, and I think Gideon will back me up that it's
Yes, sir.
absolutely the way to go. So that's our baseline now, and it doesn't need any more application of anything. As we just, I think you all heard it with Daniel there, where when you settle into something and hook into something in your gut, it gets really good. Gideon, was there anything you wanted to add?
I have one thing for Peter, but I'm hesitant to say it because I don't want to make trouble. You scarcely have the hearts to do it. That line?
Yep.
I would like to hear what it sounds like for your voice to fall at the end as if it were a statement of certainty rather than a challenge to them. You know what I'm saying?
I think that it's much more confident, much more.
Yeah, because the way you're going to convince them is not to challenge them that you're right about them, but to royally tell them what's so, and just see what that sounds like. It's perfectly good the way it is, but I just think it would be more hair-raising the other way.
Yeah, that's good.
Good.